Okay. Mrs. Newcomer, you can step up to the table here because there's a microphone. Thank you. On the record, in the matter of Ronald Zawacki versus Shannon Newcomer, file numbers 21-01990 LTE. Now your appearance, counsel.
Ronald Zawacki.
Ma'am, please state your name for me.
Shannon Newcomer.
Thank you. Today is the date that was set for a hearing for a landlord-tenant matter. Has the parties met and come to a resolution, or are we having a hearing?
We have met, Your Honor, and we have come to a resolution.
Okay, did you want to put the terms on the record?
Yes, Your Honor. It's my understanding that Ms. Newcomer has agreed to vacate the property at 1135 North High Street in Lansing no later than midnight on November 17th. If she does not move that day, an order of eviction would issue.
Okay, is that your understanding of your agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you were previously advised of your rights, and so you want to waive those rights into the agreement today? You have the right to be represented by counsel. You have the right to proceed to a jury trial in this matter. That was the video that we showed you last week. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Okay,
I don't have money for a lawyer.
okay. And so is anybody forcing you to enter into this agreement, ma'am?
No.
Okay. Okay, Mr. or Attorney Wasser, are you gonna, Zawacki, are you gonna put that in writing?
Yes, Your Honor, I can put that in writing. I can do it as a conditional dismissal if the court prefers. And then if he doesn't move, then obviously I'd have to reinstate it and have her removed. I indicated that I would be willing to do that.
That sounds good. We'll do it as a conditional dismissal. So as you just heard, he's gonna file a conditional dismissal, meaning based on the terms of your agreement, the case will be dismissed. However, if you don't follow through, he'll file a motion with the court to have it reinstated. Okay, ma'am?
Okay.
Do you have any questions today? Any additional matters, counsel?
No, Your Honor, and you'd want that submitted under the 7-day rule?
Yes, and you can just send it to Judge Simmons courtroom at lansingmi.gov.
Very good. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
No problem. Do you have any other questions today, ma'am?
No.
Okay, thank you. You're all set for today.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Here's that one. Okay, Mr. Dua is back. Is there someone in the breakout room still?
She's back.
Okay, sounds good.
She indicated time plans.
I'm sorry.
She said,
Okay, we're on the record in the matter of S&S Acquisition Group LLC versus John Glavis and Lily Kaklika or Kakila. Is that how you pronounce it, ma'am?
Kakula. Kakula.
Kakila. Thank you. The file number on this is 21-01318 LTE. Have your appearance, counsel.
Thank you, Honor. Sam Dua here on behalf of plaintiff.
Okay, and ma'am, where's Mr. Glavis?
He's at work.
Okay. Mr. Glavis has failed to appear. A default can enter.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, and you've met privately with Mrs. Kakula. How are you proceeding on this?
I have, Your Honor. It's my understanding that defendant Kakula is prepared to enter into a consent judgment whereby the rent to retain possession amount is $5,475, costs of $185.36, totaling $5,660.36, which must be paid on or before November 15th of this year to prevent writ from issuing. It is a possessory judgment only in the fact that plaintiff did not pray for a money judgment in this case.
Okay, and that's your understanding, Ms. Kakala?
Yeah.
Okay, do you have any questions today?
No.
When you were here previously, you were advised of your right. You have the right to be represented by an attorney. And did you hire an attorney, or are you waiving your right for representation by counsel?
No, we don't have an attorney.
Okay, and you have the right to proceed to a jury trial in this matter. Are you waiving your jury trial right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Dew, are you going to file that paperwork with the court?
I am, Your Honor, and I would just like to say for the record that in the break room, and if you would like to have the defendant attest to us, I did ask for her permission to sign, once the proof were put on the record, the consent judgment, and the defendant did agree.
Okay. That's correct, ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Dura, you can submit that to the Judge Simmons courtroom email, okay?
I will, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. You're all set for today, Ms. Kakala.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. I see David Benavidez. Mr. Dura, did you need to speak to him privately?
Your Honor, this defendant did appear. Yes, I would like to, if you don't mind.
Okay.
If I could have the representative from Autumn Ridge in with me, that would be great.
No problem.
Thank you.
You're already in room 2.
Oh,
Just go back to breakout room.
let's see.
Might be under more.
Yep, I found it. Thank you very much.
No problem. Who's on phone number ending in 4187?
Brad Blankenship.
Okay, Mr. Blankenship, do you have the ability to dial in with a video?
Not at the moment. I'm on the road.
I don't know what that means. What does it mean you're on the road?
I work during the day. I'm traveling down the highway right now. I pulled into a moyer.
Okay,
I tried
so
to
you're
do the
parked?
video. Yes, I am parked. I tried to do the video the first time when we did this last week, and I had an issue with it.
Okay, I just want to make sure you're not driving and doing court at the same time.
No,
Don't
I
need
am
any
parked.
casualties, okay?
No, I understand, ma'am.
Okay, you're a little bit early, so the plaintiff has not appeared yet, okay?
Okay.
All right. Good afternoon. I see a Jesse Campbell.
Jeez,
You okay?
almost died.
Not died. Is there a Jesse Campbell there? I don't want to talk to me. I hear that. Can you hear me, sir? I can't hear you. I cannot hear you at all.
Excuse me.
Okay, Mr. Benavides and Mr. Dewar, you're back.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let me call the case here. We're on the record in the matter of Autumn Ridge Townhomes versus David Benavides, file number 21-018992 LTE. Council appearance.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sam Dua here on behalf of plaintiff.
Mr. Benavides, can you please state your name for the record?
David Benavides.
Thank you. Today is the date that was set for hearing. Mr. Benavides, you were here previously, and you were advised of your rights. Did you waive your right to be represented by counsel, sir?
Yes.
Okay, you've met privately with Mr. Dewar. Mr. Dewar, how are we proceeding on this?
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, I haven't had an opportunity to meet with the defendant in the breakout room, and we have come to terms on an agreement for a conditional dismissal. May I put those terms on the record, please?
Yes, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. The terms are very simple. This is a termination of tenancy case. The defendant has agreed to vacate the premises on or before April 30th. If the defendant does not on or before November 30th. If the defendant does not vacate by November 30th of this year, that on December 1st, plaintiffs could motion the court to reopen the case, enter a default judgment, and an immediate writ to issue. However, the conditional terms of the dismissal will be met if he does in fact vacate and return keys on or before November 30th, 2021.
Thank you. Someone's got spring on their mind already.
I guess.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that one.
Right.
For sure.
First really cold day, and that's what happens.
That's
Okay,
right.
Mr. Benavides, is that's your understanding of your agreement?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay.
And
So Mr. Dewar is going to file a conditional dismissal, and you won't have to appear back in court. As long as you move out by the 30th, there won't be a reissue or a request for the court to issue an order of eviction on this, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Dewar, were you going to say something?
I was, Your Honor. Thank you, and I apologize for interrupting. Once again, I did ask the defendant's permission to sign on his behalf on the conditional dismissal, and he did grant that permission.
Okay, that's correct, Mr. Benavides?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay, thank you. Unless you have any questions for us, you're all set for today, Mr. Benavides.
Okay, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
Is that all you have, Mr. Dewar?
I believe I have some at 2:30. Nope, not with you. That's Judge Warren. Sorry.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay,
Thank
thank you,
you.
Your Honor.
Mr. Campbell, did you figure out your audio situation? Because we can't hear you. We still can't hear you. Maybe you should, can you log out and try to log back in, sir? Who's that?
We're at home.
Okay, Hall. Ms. Hall can be on that side. The other parties can go on that side. Okay, very good. We're on the record in the matter of Mel Meza versus Loretta Hall, file number 21-017557 LTE. Can you state your name, please, sir?
Mel Mesa,
Okay, and you're not represented by counsel, correct?
correct, ma'am.
And can you state your name, ma'am?
Loretta Hall.
Thank you. And you are not represented by counsel either, correct?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, and you were previously advised back on October 20th about your rights, or actually on September 21st, during your pretrial about your rights, and you had the right to be represented by counsel. Did you ever meet with legal services?
No. Well, the one that I talked to when we first did it on Zoom.
Okay, and they were not able to represent you?
No,
Did you ever hire an attorney?
no,
Okay, so then you are waiving your right to be represented by counsel then, correct?
yes,
Okay, and so first we have a motion to change the pleadings. There's a new owner of the property, that's correct?
Correct.
Okay, and so Mr. Malmezas, you are no longer the owner of the property at 831 Pierce Street, Lansing, Michigan.
no, ma'am, I'm not.
Okay, and you're making a motion for the court to change the name to the new plaintiff, the new owner. Sir, what's your name?
James Pecora,
How do you spell that?
Pecora.
C-O-R-A, okay. And you're the new owner as of, you said, it was it last week?
21st of October.
Okay, I'll grant the motion to change the owner or the plaintiff to the new owner. So you're all set, sir, okay? Thank you. And so today's the date that's scheduled for a hearing. Uh, Typically, what will happen when we have parties appear for a hearing is I'll put them somewhere privately so they can discuss how they believe they can possibly resolve the matter. This is just an eviction for termination of tenancy, correct? Okay, so we're gonna put you in a private reading room back there. You can speak with Ms. Hall, discuss your goals of what you're looking for. I'm guessing you want the property liquidated by a certain time frame, sir?
Yes.
Okay, and then Ms. Hall, you can discuss with him whether or not that's something you want to agree to. If not, we'll have a hearing, okay?
Your Honor,
Yes.
also what I was requesting was, money judgments and so on.
Okay, well, for money judgments, did you file for money judgment?
Yes, ma'am.
So we will have to have a hearing for a money judgment. And you're no longer the owner of the property.
No. The last time when I was on the phone, I mentioned it, and apparently, I don't know, somewhere along the line, it didn't come out about the money judgment. And I told you I had the papers, and that's when you said
Okay.
that.
You'll have a seat. When she comes back in, we'll have to address it when she's here, okay?
That makes sense.
It
Hello?
Hello, this is Todd Dowrick.
Jesse
Hi,
Campbell.
Mr. Dowick.
Hello.
Hello? It's Jesse Campbell.
Okay, Mr. Dowick, you're on file. You're on phone number 8915.
Yes. Yep. 9959.
Okay,
896
that's not. So that's not the same number. After this week, you're gonna have to dial in with video from now on to this court, because when people dial in from phones, they start speaking when other people are speaking and they can't see what's going on. Okay.
Okay.
Let's change his name. Dowick. I think there was a jury demand on your file, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so then there's no hearing going to be held today. It's going to be set for a jury.
Okay. Am I, Judge, am I able to dismiss this case?
You are, if you would like to. Did
I
you
would
want to
like
just file
to.
a dismissal and email it to us?
Yes, I would.
Okay, you can send it to Judge Simmons' courtroom at lansingmi.gov.
Okay. Yeah, I have your address.
Thank you.
I'll send it in now. Thank you. Appreciate it.
No problem. Mr. Campbell, you're on phone number 9959?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. Did you?
Okay.
Do you have a case number, sir?
Let me see. Let me see. Court case number. Judge Christine Simmons. Would this be the case? P76293? No?
Nope, that's my P number. It should
Okay.
be a file number or a case number on your notice to appear, because you're not on my docket right now.
I'm not?
You're not coming up, so I'm trying to look you up in the system, so that's why I need your case number.
Wait a minute. You don't have Michigan Loan Services or nothing? So you give me this. I don't see no case number on here.
Okay, if you received paperwork that said Michigan Loan Services, there's a case number on there, sir. I have a case number. What is it? It's 2.
The one I got last time, it's just got Michigan Loan Services, LLC.
1998. Yeah. What's going on today?
Oh, okay. I see it. 21.
What you?
I see it now.
Yes.
2101998LT.
Okay, that case has been dismissed, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, Timothy Young.
Yes, I'm appearing in the Martin Denning matter.
Okay, good afternoon. Mr. Blankenship is on the telephone. Have you all spoken prior to today?
Your Honor, we have spoken, but we've not spoken since last week. My understanding was you were going to give him an opportunity to apply for SIRA funds. I have no idea whether that has happened.
Okay, Mr. Blankenship, can you dial *6, please?
Okay.
Okay. Did you apply for SIRA?
I have spoken numerous times with the representative that you set me up with from Legal Aid. They have applied for the SARA, and I have also done it. We are waiting to hear back if they're going to help or not.
Okay, so you did submit an application for SIRA, and what date was that?
Well, it was the day a week ago today. A week ago today is when I did it. And I'm not even sure if mine went through because I didn't have Martin Denning's email address. I did everything up to par up until that point. But the legal aid representative told me if mine didn't go through, that was good. They don't like to have double. So for them to do it and me to do it. So I left it alone. They went ahead and applied for me.
Okay, legal aid is not representing you, sir. They didn't file an appearance.
No, I know they're not. They said their caseload was too high. They weren't able to do mine, but they did submit my application to the SARA. And I have spoken with a lady since then.
Okay.
So she asked me to let you know when I appeared today that they had applied for it, and I was waiting for, I believe she said 7 to 10 days I would hear from them. Today would have been, assuming they did it on Wednesday, today would be 7. So
Okay, and you've not heard anything back?
not at this point, I have not.
Okay, did they give you any kind of case number when you filed for your SARA benefits?
Well, they would have been the ones that did that, and she did not give me a number. No, she did not. She did tell me though that so they applied for it, and when I told you that, she said that the judge would give a 30-day whatever for the SARA to contact me, and I don't even know how. I've never had to ask for help like this, so I don't know how these things work. I'm just going off.
If you apply for SARA, we will stay the case so that they can work through the application process. There's also a portion that the landlord would need to complete.
Okay.
Mr. Young, your client hasn't heard anything?
We have not heard anything, Your Honor, and if I might just get the name of the individual who is purporting to have filed an application on Mr. Blankenship's behalf, I certainly don't have a problem making sure that they have all the information they need, but I don't have that information.
Ian Lewis was the first gentleman I spoke with. I did not get the lady's name, but it was Ian Lewis.
Okay, so Ian Lewis is the one who assisted you the first time?
Yes, ma'am. And he took down my information, sent me an email of my rights. Shortly after that, a lady contacted me, and that's when she explained that they weren't able to represent me, but she wanted to help as much as she could. They had applied for the SARA, to let you know that today. So I guess we're just waiting for the SARA to go through, or however that works.
Do you know what agency they applied through it? For SARA through?
I have so many names written down here. I'm not sure. I had it, like Holy Cross.
But you received
Services
an email. You received an email from Ian Lewis?
Yes, I did. Give me just a second. Let me pull it up. Okay, actually, I do have a SARA number here because I did get another email, but that was after that. Give me just a second here.
Right. That's what we need. We need the SARA number so that Mr. Young and his client can follow up.
All right. It is. But I think this is the number from the one I tried to apply and it didn't go through. I don't. Hold on. I'm looking for her email. The SARA number I have is 407-362. And I want to look and see if I can get her email real quick. I don't have my glasses on, so bear with me. All right, I don't see the email from her.
Okay. Well, we'll Mr. Young, you've taken that Sarah number down. I'll allow you to follow up on that number, and they should be able to track it through that. The case is going to be stayed until we hear from you, Mr. Young, that there's been no Sarah application or that the application has been denied.
Thank you, Your Honor. Would I request of Mr. Blankenship that he forward Ian Lewis's email to me, or when he locates the other email communication, that he forward that to me as well? I believe he has my email address. It's on the correspondence that was sent to him. Is that a problem, Mr. Blankenship?
Okay, so Mr. Lewis was who I sat from the court case that I was involved with last week. I was on the phone for an hour and 21 minutes with Mr. Lewis. I do not have an email, but all of this, it was through legal aid. So I assume if someone contacts legal aid, it will all be on record. My app was submitted. Legal aid submitted my app. I also tried to do it. The number I just give you was when I tried to do it. I'm not sure if that went through or not, but it all went through legal aid. I'm going by what they told me that they applied as well. So, Mr.
Okay,
Lewis,
they're not representing you, sir, so they probably won't have a file for you. It was your responsibility to get this information.
well, when legal aid contacts me and says, we can't take your case, we're overloaded, but we did go ahead and submit your Sarah app. I apologize, she didn't give me a number, but she was definitely affiliated with legal aid, and Sarah should have my name at least, you know, and I don't know how to contact Sarah, so.
Can we get in contact with Ms. Corcoran? We're gonna see if we can get Ms. Corcoran to log in.
Okay.
This, I think, the lady took care of her.
I'm sorry.
I just messaged her.
Thank you.
She said yes. She'll be
I apologize for not being more prepared than this, but she honestly didn't
No
give me a
problem.
number.
Ms. Corcoran is logging in right now. She can provide some more answers.
Perfect.
Thank you for logging in on short notice, Ms. Corcoran.
Absolutely. Just bear with me.
We have Bradley Blankenship here. He's here for a hearing today, but he said that someone from legal services filed for Sarah on his behalf. He gave the name of Ian Lewis.
Yeah, so to clarify, we did an intake with Mr. Blankenship. We referred him to Holy Cross, Avon House, and Capital Area Housing as part of that intake. We were unfortunately not able to take his case for representation, but he was referred. And if Your Honor gives me maybe 1 minute, I can see which agency took his case.
Okay, no problem. Take your time. Thank you.
Your Honor, can you tell me when he was in court last?
Yes, he was here on the 27th of October.
Okay. Right now, it's still showing that he's with Holy Cross.
Okay. Okay, so we just needed to get that information so that Mr. Young knows how to follow up.
Absolutely.
Okay, and so will any, I guess Mr. Blankenship did not know if he had an accurate Sarah number because he said he had tried to submit it the first time and it didn't go through. So he doesn't know if the number that he has is accurate, but if it's showing through Holy Cross, Mr. Young should be able to contact a representative from Holy Cross to confirm it's pending there.
He should. I do think that might be easier said than done. I can email, if Your Honor would like, I can email both Advent House and Holy Cross and Capital Area Housing for an update.
Okay.
And then maybe forward that to Mr. Young if Your Honor would like, or forward it to Your Honor.
Either way is perfect, and we'll get it to Mr. Young. Mr. Young, we have an email for you.
Yes, it is Young, YOUNG, at we do law in Lansing.com. All lowercase, no spaces.
Okay, very good. As soon as we get the information from Ms. Corcoran, we'll forward it on to you, okay?
Thank you very much.
No problem. Mr. Blankenship, what's your email?
Silverado08 1976 at gmail.com.
Okay, it'll be forwarded to you as well, okay?
I appreciate it.
No problem. Any additional matters for the record today, Mr. Young?
Your Honor, I just do have an issue with regards to some undisposed of trash on the premises. If I know that's not a part of this hearing, but my client does not want to get cited by the city. If there's a disposal of trash that's currently on the premises, that would be appreciated.
There were 2 bags that raccoons got into. I'm never home. I'll clean it as soon as I get in the door.
Thank you.
Okay, do you have any issues that you want to put on the record, Mr. Blankenship, or any questions?
No, ma'am. I apologize
Okay.
for not being more prepared.
No problem. Thank you to Ms. Corcoran for stepping in with the assist.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Your Honor. I'm just gonna hang out because I do have a 2:30. And once that time comes up, I think I'll have an update for you.
Sounds good. You're all set for today, Mr. Blankenship.
Thank you.
How
Judge.
do I know how this is going to proceed? Will I get paperwork or?
Well, you should hear back from Sarah because your application was submitted. The case in court, this case is going to be stayed because you have a pending application. Unless you're denied, the case will not continue. So we'll be notified by Mr. Young if you are not provided Sarah funds, and then this case will be set for a new hearing date, okay?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Can I hang up now?
You can, thank you.
All right.
You can come up. We're back on the record in the matter of Mel Meza and James Pecora versus Loretta Hall. And I just want to clarify because I think when I added the plaintiff, I don't think I was clear, but based on your statements about your money claim, it should not be that we're just changing plaintiff, we're adding an additional plaintiff. One has a possessory interest, the other one has a money interest. So we're both still listed as plaintiffs, okay? And so as it relates to possession, the two of you have had an opportunity to discuss this matter. Have you come to a resolution?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, do you want to state the terms on the record, please?
Vacate by the 22nd of this month.
Okay, we have paperwork that Mr. Bigelow will help you complete for the purposes of stipulating to that agreement. So the agreement is for you to vacate by the 28th,
22nd.
22nd. Okay. And then, because the two of you have not had an opportunity to discuss, I'm gonna go back off the record. You have a money judgment. Is it for past due rent, or what is it for?
Past rent and fence that had to be repaired.
Okay. I'm just looking at your complaint. Okay, because this was filed as a termination of tenancy. This was not filed as non-payment of rent.
No, right.
So what past rents are you trying to seek now?
For the on this form that was a carbon copy of the ones I filled out. On the bottom one, it says, number 8, the defendant remains in possession of the property. Number 9, the plaintiff requests a judgment of possession. And on number 10, complaint is made and judgment is sought for money damages against the defendant as follows.
Right, you said the rent is $750 per month.
Correct?
And so how much rent are you saying she owes?
2 months.
So what months is that for?
September and October.
Okay, you all, we're gonna go off the record. You can go in the back room and have a discussion about that. If you're in dispute of that, then we'll have your hearing, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the parties met privately to discuss the matter of the money judgment. Possession judgment has already been stipulated to. Have you come to an agreement on that?
Yes, ma'am. There's a couple of issues here. There's a rent plus damaged fence poles by not her, but the people living with her were hanging clothes and heavy stuff on the privacy fence, which kept leaning over. It got to the point where it couldn't go no more, so it snapped, and the whole post had to be replaced.
And you replaced it?
Yes, ma'am.
And how much did it cost to replace it?
I told her I had to pay $150. The guy had to come back. We tried to repair the post and it didn't work, so he had to come back a second time and redo it. Put a new post. So I came to a total of $150.
Okay, and how much is the rent that she owes?
The rent is $1,600, and of course there's a court cost.
How much the court costs?
Oh, that I don't know, ma'am. It's
Your filing fee?
no, it's usually on that form, those papers that are served, which
Right. I see that you get $32.72.
for the service. And it was a hundred and some dollars for the filing fee.
Okay, what is this on your number 10? It says removed owes 221.85 or till removed. Was that a prorated amount? Is that what that was?
Yes,
Okay, very good. Okay, so you're saying she owes $150 for the replacement
defense.
of the fence, $1,600 in past due rent.
Yes.
Okay, the rent is $750 a month. Where's the six?
Uh,
Where's that
uh,
$600 coming from?
The rent is $800, and we give them a $50 discount if paid on or before the first of the month. Which
It
is,
says $750 on your paperwork.
okay. And or the extra $100 would be a late charge. But we don't write it down as a late charge.
Ma'am, do you have something you want to say?
It's not true. I'm sorry, y'all.
What's not
I
true?
was never told no $800 for no
How
extra.
much was your rent?
He raised it to $750. It was $675. He raised it to $750.
Do you have a
Never said
lease?
anything about. I was on a month to month, and the lease I did have was saying month to month.
When did he raise it to $750?
What was that? April?
So you've been paying $750 then?
Yeah.
Okay, so when I asked you how much your rent was, it was $750.
Yes.
Okay, that's what you put on here, so that's what I'm gonna give you, $750. For 2 months?
Yes.
So $150 for the replacement or repair to the fence, $1,500 for past due rent plus your court costs, correct?
Correct.
Is that what you agreed to pay, ma'am? Or,
No, not for that fence.
okay, you have a dispute about the fence?
But I'm over it.
I'm sorry?
I'm over it.
I don't know what I'm over it means. Do you have a dispute about your liability that you owe the fence for the
Yes.
fence? Okay, well then we can proceed with the hearing then.
I don't want to proceed with the hearing. I just want to get it over with.
Okay, well then you are agreeing to pay for the
Yeah,
fence then.
yeah, I'll
Is that
pay
what,
for it. Yeah.
one way or the other? You can,
Yeah, I'll pay for it.
okay. Are you disputing that there was damage to the fence?
Yes.
Okay, so you're saying that the fence wasn't damaged?
The fence leaned over its old fence. It was a
Okay.
tile.
Anybody has pictures of this fence?
No, ma'am, we don't.
Okay. So what evidence do you have to support if she's disputing that there was damage caused
We,
by her for the fence?
we had discussed this earlier, right after it happened, and she at that time says, okay, I will pay for the fence. Basically what happened is a post is privacy fence, 6 foot tall, and the post is buried 4 foot on the ground. And it's got concrete on it. What they did is started hanging a whole bunch of stuff on the fence.
What kind of things were they hanging?
They were tarps and parts of jumping set that they had. A lot of heavy rubber things that they were hanging on there.
You said tarps?
What it was is one of those jumping, trampolines, yeah.
No, it was a thing that a kiddie pool sits on. And I had my grandson put it over the fence to dry. That was it.
Yeah.
What is the thing that the kiddie pool sits on?
It's a round rubber.
Okay. And how
Um,
much does that weigh?
I have no idea.
Just for a kiddie pool, wasn't heavy at all, big at all.
It was a good size, man. They hung
Okay,
it over.
And you saying that caused the damage?
It kept pulling the fence over and over a period of time. It couldn't bend over anymore because the concrete was there, so it snapped. It cracked it. That's why I sent a guy out there and I told him, I said, dig it up.
Don't talk over him. I'll give you an opportunity to talk.
Dig it up and see if it can be repaired, without having to go through the whole process of changing the whole thing. And I came back the following day, and it couldn't hold.
Okay, you have evidence of the repairs that you got taken care of?
No, I do not.
Because she's disputing it, so you're gonna have to show me some evidence.
Mhm.
Today's the
I
day for your
don't have
hearing.
any. I don't have any.
Okay, so then I can't grant you that. So you'll get the $1,500 for past rent plus costs. And ma'am, you need to be out the property by November 22nd. Otherwise, the plaintiff Pecora can request for a writ of eviction, okay?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions today, ma'am?
No, ma'am.
Okay, judgment will enter and the amount for the money judgment to Mr. Meza. Can we get paperwork or get them to complete some paperwork for the week here today? Thank you. You're all set for today. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
You guys just said the same thing. I can take or if you wait on.
That's okay. Thank you.
Word away, that's one he just dismissed. Okay, sounds good. Mr. Bach? We have a conditional dismissal from you for your 2:30, correct?
You do.
Okay, well, that's all I have for you, I think, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I just wanted, it was, the timing was close. I just wanted to say hi and make sure you got it.
Hi, I got it. Thank
And
you.
I want to say hi to Christina.
Hi.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Same to
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.